Okay, guys, I'm gonna clear some things up just real quick. I don't want anybody feeling pressured or anything. Just in case anybody was wondering, the reason I dropped out of the loot drop was I had a situation with a friend that didn't go well a while back, and because of what I did, I didn't think it was appropriate for me to be involved in the contest, so therefore I asked to be removed because it was my fault the incident occurred and it was wrong. So, from an ethical standpoint, I just didn't think it was right for me to participate. Second thing, about the birthday thing, just in case anybody's wondering why I don't celebrate my birthday, okay? With cerebral palsy and stuff, because it's a birth defect, a lot of people like me tend not to celebrate it because, like in my case, I haven't gotten to date very much, so you typically don't have a significant other. I have family and things, but I'm not much of a party person. My idea of doing stuff on my birthday is doing things that I like to do and just kind of keeping it simple. About the only time I make a big deal out of it is you wind up with a lot of freebies here in the United States. Like, for example, if I go to the Regal Theater, they give you a free popcorn and Coke. You don't necessarily have to go on your birthday, but if you have certain members cards and things like that, you'll wind up getting free food and stuff like that for the month. So somebody like me normally doesn't make a big deal out of it because somebody like me, what I really like for my birthday, well, not to be overly personal, is a Israeli Jewish female best friend, so that I can practice my Hebrew and the gender stuff. Because if you keep doing male, i.e., me, who's already male, you don't learn to make the switch. Now, at some point, maybe eventually, I might do the dating thing, but with the disability and stuff, it's kind of hard. The wheelchair is very heavy, and at 25 pounds, there's a lot you take on. So, with me, it's a lot of give and take. And I'm not trying to sound pessimistic or upset anybody. I just didn't want anybody thinking I was mad or angry or anything like that. Somebody like me just doesn't make a big deal out of it. Because, if it's just you know, you normally have your birthday every day. So, you kind of do what you want. Although it is frustrating because I really hate going to the movies by myself a lot. Because it's kind of nice. Like, if I see certain films, I kind of want to talk about it, but at the same time, I don't want to post stuff on the side or do videos, especially with the rewards program. I will do a review video for that, so y'all just be patient. Some of the stuff I'm doing, I'm having to do in phases, because I'm trying to see what I can get, based on supply chains, how my budget and everything looks for the month and everything. So, it's coming. It's just a lot of stuff has to be slow. And unfortunately, I'm on a tight budget. It's not impossible. It's just some things have to be done one at a time. Okay, now that I got all that stuff out of the way, Shalom Haver, hi Mia, because Mia's been watching my videos since I started Hebrew, so I'm under the assumption she'll see this one, I guess. I don't know. I don't want anybody to feel obligated, I'm doing this. I just know a lot of you are from different countries and stuff, like Muhammad and a nice set of Romanian twins that are sisters are following my progress. A couple of actually several Canadians and several U.S. folks. So, in this case, what you're about to see is Hebrew from Scratch, Part 1, and a special edition. Now, the way I'm going to do this, because I'm not going to do the whole thing, I just kind of want to explain the differences between the two, because I've been getting a lot of tools and stuff. So, if you see my phone spin around, it's me going back to me, and then obviously shooting what's in front. And I'll do a video for another Israeli media service, actually two that I found, but I will do a quick one. Just be aware that it's Monday now when I'm filming and very close to midnight, so technically it'll roll over to Tuesday while I'm filming this video probably. And I'll upload it, but my upload speed's really slow, so there's no telling when it will be finalized, because I only get like 0.6 megabits per second upload speed, because I'm so far back from our main road that our bandwidth's actually capped. I get like I think sometimes between 10 to 12 megabits download speed, but very slow. So that's why I haven't done the video on the streaming services for the games cabinet. I will do that on the local network, but I get a little bit of lag because of it. So I just kind of wanted to fill you guys in. Okay, now that I got all that stuff out of the way, let's get to what I'm actually intending on filming at this point. Yeah, I know this video's kind of weird, but it's easier for me to shoot with my phone than an actual camera because of my cerebral palsy and the mobility that I have. It's just much easier to use a phone because it's just me shooting this. So, I don't want anybody thinking I'm, not gonna use a big camera. It's just, I also don't have a lot of room in here because this technically is my bedroom / office. I do live with family. I do contribute to the household. Yes, I'm disabled, but it's easier to live in an actual home than an apartment because the ADA code, even though it's there, it's not always suitable for different wheelchairs and stuff. Because if they tell you ADA requires 36 inches, an entrance could be exactly 36 inches, and you may need more room. So, but I won't go into that. I'm not trying to do it. It's just to give you guys an idea of where I'm at, what things are, and that kind of stuff. If I seem nervous, it's more due to the camera. So if my Israeli friends watching this, I don't want you guys thinking I was intimidated or pressured. I'm just not. I'm one of those people that doesn't like to be photographed very much because I have light sensitivity. So with my eyes and stuff, if you guys see me blinking or I need to stop to use my sustained eye drops, it's because my eyes dry out. Because I do have retina detachment on this eye here. So if you're wondering why this lens is dark, it's to block out the light. I can't really see anything but light and dark out of it. And very small amounts of peripheral vision is in inches close and waving back and forth. It's almost like if you took a camera and blurred out the center of the lens and had just the edges, you would be able to see light, dark, and me doing this like inches from the camera. And I could see the hand move, but like I have a huge blind spot. So, that's why that's there. I don't want anybody feeling scared. Okay. Okay, this has a different cover color because it's green. The reason I got it was on sale and I was scared it was going to go out of print. Now, just to be clear, this is for religious students because there's a lot of cultural notes and stuff like that. I became Jewish in college. I don't want anybody thinking this is going to be a religious video, but I did kind of wanted to explain what the differences were between this one and this one, so you know. One small note before I forget, because if I don't say it now, I know I'll forget. The audio CD will work with either edition, but you should be aware, for those that are doing religious stuff, you're going to have a lot of stuff in here that is in part A in the yellow edition. I won't do everything, but there'll be a lot of history of the language, various cities, maps, that kind of stuff. So what I'll wind up doing, in my case, is probably getting a book scanner, just because these are very expensive to import from Jerusalem and the publisher. Because this one alone, even though it was on sale at $40 US, it actually cost me $72 just to get it shipped here by FedEx where I could track it. So just so we're clear, that's one thing I had to do. And I don't want anybody feeling that I'm trying to make a religious video or anything like that. A lot of you guys from various countries have been following my progress. I know that. I know my Israeli friend is doing it, which is fine. I told her she could do it. She doesn't have to talk to me if she doesn't want to. I said I was okay with it. And it's fair. I gave her my word that I would try to learn. And I intend to keep it. So, I just don't want anybody thinking, I'm trying to push something. I did rehearse this thing, but, obviously since I'm making the video, as von Clausewitz would say, no plan survives first contact with the enemy. So, you just have to deal with it. But it's got your methodologies, different maps, things like that, cultural notes, history of the language. I was going to see if I could show you guys. There was one section. There's some pop culture references, but just to show you, what I would do is get a book scanner that'll allow me to do it as PDF, because they do make those, and then print off, the pages for me. I will show you guys some of it, but because it's copyrighted, I can't do, obviously I'm not going to be able to post everything, but on some of the stuff I'll do it, maybe some of the areas where I was having weak points. Now with the software, I can do the score sheets for sure, because, they're my scores. It's not going to matter. So I will be getting some other tools, including the series about Hebrew, and some other grammar tools and things to fix that. So that's where we kind of stand there. The other thing I was going to show you guys, just so y'all know, not to scare anybody, this is my television set, and it's in screensaver mode right now. I'm going to pick up the remote, so y'all just bear with me. I'm going to get it out of screensaver mode. Okay, what you're seeing here is what's called Live from Israel. And there's various channels and radio stations on here. And when I mean Live from Israel, if you guys own Roku devices, you can actually punch in Live from Israel. I know I was using a previous subscription service, but I canceled it because a lot of the channels stopped working. This one has listings, and I'm assuming that it's Israeli time based on what's here. I'm moving my phone a little closer so you guys can see that. I don't know all these words because with me having vision problems, what I have to do is type the word without the Nakud, use Bing Translator, hear it, repeat it, make notes, and actually learn the word that way until, I don't know, if I get a chance to talk to my Israeli friend again, maybe she can help me with a Nakud to help me learn the pattern, because you really have, I know it, but the thing is I had to figure out how the pattern works underneath the letters. Like, I could tell you what they are on some words, but I really had to practice, like Gog, roof, Abba, different things like that, basic vocabulary words, but I really need to be able to do it with sentences and stuff, so, I had to practice. This one, the Live from Israel one, does not have a subscription fee at all, so if anybody wants to do this, you can. Now, one small note, Con 11 there, the box that is highlighted on the upper right corner, literally is like PBS. The station below that, the N12, that's like Reuters for Israeli TV. I won't pull anything up because I haven't figured out all the channels, and I don't want to break code, and I'm trying to make this video absolutely compliant with where I'm going to share it, besides YouTube, because I don't try to intentionally do anything deliberately as far as the videos and stuff. Plus, I want to keep it a safe place, because if there's other kids or other adults with cerebral palsy and stuff like that that are learning languages, my videos are there as a resource for them. So I will put the links, excuse me, my nose itches, in the description. And he meets the air, my nose itched. Nose is off. But I will put that there. Izzy is another movie service that you can use. Now, the Izzy has a lot of English with it, and there's a lot of documentaries. It's sorted. The only other thing I would suggest with the Izzy, just in case anybody does not feel comfortable with that, there are some things there. You might get a search result for the Jewish Broadcasting Network. Please note that if that comes up, there is religious material in there, because they do stream from synagogue services. Because for someone like me that doesn't have a driver's license, they will stream their services if they can't necessarily get a lift to services. So, I guess if you wanted to do some of those things, you could. But I don't want anybody feeling pressured. I just figured I'd let you know the resources are there. And the World Tuner app on the Roku also has lots of Israeli radio stations, and there are a lot more there. So with the Live from Israel, you're gonna get a mix of television and stuff. There are a mix of joint Arabic and Hebrew channels, because a lot of Moshe Dayan's neighbors were Arabic, and he was a Haklai. Haklai means farmer, not just soldier. I relate to him a lot because when he was in the army, or what would be referred to later as the Haganah, back in the early days, he was spotting for a sniper on the Gaza Strip or looking for him, and got hit by a bullet when he was peeping up through there, and it went through the binoculars, and he lost the exact same eye I did. And he hated his disability just like I do. So in a lot of ways, I was able to relate to him. So I guess that's why I'm a little partial to Israelis. They're a lot like me. Just because I'm disabled doesn't mean I'm hopeless, and I just don't like it. So I kind of related to him. But I guess you guys have already figured that out watching my videos and stuff. So, but it's nice to have friends like that. And in case my Israeli friends are watching, I really hope I do a good job keeping my promise and improving. It still takes a lot for me to go from English to Hebrew as far as speaking, but not to sound mushy or anything. I just wanted to let you know I really appreciated the friendship a lot. And I don't want to sound flirtatious or anything either. It meant a lot to me, and I just didn't know how to say it. And I was afraid I'd be pushy or come across as flirtatious and stuff. Sometimes I have a hard time saying what I want to say. But I won't go too much into that here, I guess. I don't want to make anybody uncomfortable. So in the meantime, guys, it's getting late. I'm going to go to bed because I just had a shower and I'm really tired. And it's very early in the morning here and I need sleep. So, Lehitrot, or I should say, Erev Tov, which is good night. And yes, it's Tov for Siddiq, Tav for Yiddish. So there is a different pronunciation, but it depends on the pronunciation. So in her case, and in my case, since I'm doing Siddiq, it is Erev Tov. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.